Can you come up here and visit? Hey, Nibble. All right, now we got some people on here. Mike shook the table here and knocked this thing on the ground, and they both went running back to their room. Ain't that the way it always goes? And he knocked my skull off the wall, off the shelf here. How dare he? Let's add that one to the blooper reel. Yeah, I've always said cats were spring-loaded. There was perfect evidence of that. Probably won't see them again for a while. All right, let's see who's here. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Connie. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Jan. Hi, Margaret. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, you don't see that every day, do you? It's funny they were both down here, and then that happened, and they're gone now. Won't see them for a while, if ever. No, because Bite hit this with his tail and knocked it onto the floor. Good morning, Bob. How are you? How's everybody doing today? Oh, Jan's been fighting pneumonia. That's no fun. I'm doing well. Jan was watching me rebuild Flash's cave when the notification came on. That's cool. Thank you. You can go back to the cave. It will still be there. That was a heck of an intro. I know, you don't see that every day, do you? My mom's doing well. She's to the point now where she's sending me nightly texts on Saturday night because she knows the question always comes up. So she says, say hi to your viewers and wish them my best. I'm doing as well as this old body will let me. She had her booster shot this week, so I guess she guesses that she's safe. And then she also sent me. I think I mentioned last week I'm doing my mom's Christmas letter this year, and she sent me some special stationery she wants me to print it out on, and she wanted to make sure it arrived, and it did. It arrived on Friday. In fact, here, I'll let you see it. Hang on a second. Looks like she's got two kinds. She said she had some from last year, and so she sent me that. So I guess it probably goes like that, huh? Yeah, I guess that probably makes more sense. That's one of them, and then that's the other one. And she sent me the letter on email a couple weeks ago, and so I got to kind of wordsmith that and format it so it looks good on the page and all that. And then we're gonna print it out and send it back to her. It's just the way it works now. My father used to kind of handle all this, but that's the way it works. I inherited that job. Yeah, I've been seeing the issue with Flash's Cave kind of evolve over the last uh, couple months, and I guess I kind of knew at the time it was going to be a problem. As kind of an amateur geologist, I should have predicted it probably right at the beginning. But I figured, if I kept the angle, shallow enough, it wouldn't be a problem. Well, no, it wasn't, but that should hold up forever now. And like I said, the dirt will start to settle in there, and so it won't be a mound on the top. Eventually, it'll flatten down. And I'm already noticing that. You remember that there were those tomato plants that were starting to grow there, and I kind of tore them up a little bit when I was moving things around, but they're starting to bounce back already. So I would suspect at some point Flash is going to have tomatoes to feast on. I'm figuring anything that grows on Flash's Cave becomes Flash's. Although some of the tomatoes may develop on top of the cave, at which point she won't be able to reach them. So those are mine, but if they end up on the ground, they're hers. Look who's starting to try and figure out if he's got the courage to come back out again. Not quite sure yet. We got to reach a point. See, there's two levels right now that are going on. There's the fear level, which is really, really high, and there's a hunger level, which is also really, really high, but not as high. But as the fear level comes down, eventually it passes the hunger level. And once the hunger level becomes higher than the fear level, then he'll be back out again. So we'll just wait for that crossover to occur. Yeah, it's not too terribly difficult. I'll work it out on the word processor over there. Adjust the margins. This one will be easy because there's nothing going on the left and the right. This one will be a little bit more complicated because there's a few things here on the left and right, but I'll be able to avoid that pretty easily. We'll make it work. We'll make it look nice, and she'll be happy with it. So that's what matters. Hey, Eric, how you doing, buddy? Am I ready for Silo of Screams? Yeah, I've been on Silo of Screams for 3 weeks now. Last night was the third week. We got 2 more weeks after that, and then we're done, I guess. Although they are talking about a blackout night, which is basically where they turn out all the lights on the maze and give people glow sticks to walk through the maze with. That's usually fun. That usually happens after Halloween. I don't know if we'll do it, but we'll see what happens. Eric is always picking up all sorts of technology at Goodwill for good prices here. Holy cow, his bedroom must just be full of junk. I hope at some point he trades in some of that stuff. Good morning, Cindy. How are you? Silo is a lot of fun. I get a kick out of doing it. And it actually was kind of nice this week. The first 2 weeks, it was really hot. And since that's basically, an old, if you remember from the interview, it was an old wood curing factory. And so there's no insulation whatsoever. And so when it's in the 80s and 90s outside all day, it's just baking in there. it's basically like being in a hot car, and it doesn't cool off that much at night because they don't have air conditioning in there or anything like that. So it's usually really, really hot in there, but it's been cooler the last couple of days, and it was actually kind of nice in there. Cindy's going to make a bat costume today. That sounds like fun. I should cook you breakfast. I cook myself breakfast. You'll have to do that on your own. Yeah, I'm sure, Tracy, if you looked around, you'd probably find there's something similar to that. I mean, there's several of them in the area. There's one actually here in Waco, too. I've been seeing advertised, but since I'm already going to Temple and doing that one, I'll stick with that one. It always seems to start that way, doesn't it, Jan? The fear and food lines have not crossed yet, although they're getting close. The fear line is still a little bit higher. More to follow. Yeah, I bet you there's lots of haunted forests in Washington. Breakfast, maybe brunch now. Yeah, well, I just had breakfast a few minutes ago. I didn't get home from Silo last night until about 1:30, and so I slept in extra late this morning and basically just got up, had breakfast, and started a live stream. Yeah, the kitties are an endless source of amusement. No doubt about that. For those of you who had missed it, like in the first minute or two of the live stream, Bite was up here on the couch with me, and Nibble was kind of wandering around on the floor. And Bite moved at one point, knocked this thing onto the floor, it made a loud noise. Nibble ran back to her room. Bite went up over the top of the couch, knocked the skull off the shelf there, and fell to the ground. They both took off um, back to their room. So you missed all that. You'll have to rewatch. You'll have to watch the live stream from the beginning when we rebroadcast it in a couple hours. And so they're still terrified, and Bite's just kind of kicking back there right now until he gets over his fear. And who knows? Since the trauma involves the food jug, that may take a little while. But Jeff was about to go do lunch. Yeah, I haven't seen Jeff yet. When I was looking around Facebook this morning, I saw he was live streaming his church service. So that's probably about over now, I'm sure. So, so Jeff should be checking in here pretty quick, I would suspect. As a pastor, he's got to stay and do the end of service stuff and greet everybody on the way out and all that. Okay, Jen just looked up. There's 3 haunted attractions in Amarillo. There you go. You have to go check those out, Jen. They're a lot of fun. If the people in those attractions have as much fun as I do, they're having a blast. And I find there's 3 kinds of people in there that go through those things, and 2 of the types of people are fun, and the third kind are really kind of boring. There's the people that just scream hysterically whenever anything happens, and that's really a lot of fun. That's what that's all about. I mean, that's why they call it Silo of Screams. And then there's other people that they get the jump and then start laughing and they're having fun. And then you get the third set of people that just go through their stone face and they just kind of as you go through it. It's like they're not a lot of fun. You know, you get people in there, they're putting in a lot of work to try and, you know, let you have fun. If you're just going through, they're all stone faced. It just doesn't do it. You paid a whole bunch of money and you're just going to sit there and glare at the people. Come on, really? If you're not going to have any fun, don't go. You and your dad both have a lot of stuff. I guess that's where you got it. I know that's kind of. I think that's where I got it too from. Was my dad too. Jan's a screamer in haunted houses. That's great. Those are, like I said, you're the most fun kind of person. The ones that my favorite screamers are the people that get so terrified and are screaming that they like fall on the ground or they hit the wall behind them and then end up sitting on the floor because they completely lose strength. Of course, the funny it's also funny when people wet themselves too, and I guess I've had a few people do that. Keep Norton out of the way. It keeps popping in because it thinks nothing's happening. I got to get to the point where I just disable that when I'm doing live streams because the screen keeps coming up. It doesn't see me do anything, and apparently it doesn't realize that I'm streaming. You'd think that a bunch of video being processed through the machine would say, "Hey, something's going on here. Maybe we shouldn't interfere with that." But it doesn't see me moving the mouse, and it tries to go in and do a virus scan. It's like, no, I don't want you chewing up clock cycles. They're limited. Actually, what I'm supposed to be doing at the Silo of Screams is I'm supposed to be this creepy dentist, and so I got like a dentist chair and like a little Dremel tool, and I got a severed head sitting in the chair, and I'm like drilling at it with this thing, and that's supposed to be what I'm doing, but in reality, I find to get the best screams if I kind of hide around the corner with the head and pop out and push the head into people's faces because it's a really gory and grotesque looking head and I get a lot of reaction from that. I think I'm also getting a little bit better with the makeup too. If you saw the cover picture for the live stream, that was one I shot last night, and basically I created this looks like a gash going across my face here, and another gash going across the cheek. It's supposed to look like somebody went like this with me, and I think I'm getting better. That was a pretty horrific looking thing, and I think probably half of the terror I got from people came from that. Let me see. Let me show you that picture here. Yeah, that's me from last night. So I thought that was pretty gory looking, huh? Next time I'll probably do four of them and make it look like somebody went across me with their across my face with their fingernails or something. Oh yeah, I get a whole bunch of people that are afraid of me just because of dentists. And I also have fun with some of the props because they gave me some. I'm guessing they're fake teeth, but they look real and they feel real. And one of the things that, if I'm doing the actual act that I'm supposed to do, which is drilling at this head, is I'll have a tooth in my hand and I'll be drilling at it, paying attention to that. When people come around, I'll kind of turn around and glare at them and I'll look back and I'll drop the tooth into this dish that I have. And that usually freaks people out. And then, of course, when they go around the corner to move on to somewhere else, I'll then sometimes pick up the head and chase them with it. Have a lot of fun with that. It is like working in a horror movie. Only I get a little the beauty is you get since you're doing the same thing over and over again, you kind of get an opportunity to kind of refine your act and kind of build it up. My first night wasn't really that scary because it takes me a little while to figure out what my routine is and practice a few things and see what works and kind of dial in my act. Yeah, but I think I'm finally getting to the point. In fact, like I said, what I'm supposed to be doing is drilling at this head on the dentist chair. But I think probably 95% of the time I was just jumping out people with a head. And that seems to get a lot of scares. And since that's the main purpose, my job isn't to go there and drill on the head. My job is to get in there and get people to scream. And so I think I'm doing that. Nobody's complaining. Oh, losing Cindy already. That's cool. Thanks for stopping in, Cindy. It was good to see you. It begins. All right, Bite is still traumatized and doesn't want to come out here. Let's see if we can coax him out. Yeah, that usually works. At least he's on his feet now. Come on, Bite. No? No treats for you then. Heck with you. Got some new people checking in here, so everybody got to greet everyone. That's what I love about my group. It isn't just you're here watching me, or listening to me or asking me questions. I love the fact that you guys just enjoy hanging out with each other. A lot of the conversations that are going on here aren't even with me. It's between you guys, and I love that. Yeah, he'll be back. Yeah, I guess it is Halloween. It probably wouldn't be Halloween if you didn't terrorize your cat a little bit, right? Oh, now he's going back into his room. Okay, heck with him. Yeah, I keep, my mom and I keep saying that almost in every telephone we call, we have together. She says, "Oh yeah, you have the greatest viewers." That's why she gives me like reports every week now on Saturday night how she's doing because she knows you guys are going to ask. Yeah, you're right, Eric. I guess somebody, well, they didn't break into it, but I guess while John and the other people were out doing something, somebody came onto the property and stole a bunch of stuff. That's sad. Stole a bunch of props and stole some paint and stuff like that. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. There's a lot of stuff there that's really expensive. They only got the cheap stuff, but he's on a budget. He doesn't. I don't think he makes huge profits from the thing. And he said in the video in the interview I did with him a few weeks ago that basically all the profits go back into the screen. So, you know, it's sad that kind of stuff happens. But I didn't hear any follow up on that. He posted on his Facebook page that it happened, and they got surveillance cameras all over the place, so they got pictures of the people. And last I heard, he was going to kind of review more of the footage and see if he could get anything that would be incriminating that he could, go to the police with. But I haven't heard about that. I'm getting to the point where as I get up in years here, it's getting a little harder to be up at late at night. And as we get closer and closer to Halloween, there's more and more people going. So the hours of this thing are like 8 to 11. But if you're at the gate at 11 o'clock, they'll let you in. And at that point, then it might be another hour before, they actually get all those people through the four mazes. So last night, I don't think they said, that we're clear and everyone's done, until a little after midnight. And it was closer to 1 before I got home. So 1 or 1:30, I think. That catches up with you after a while. Oh, we now have 400 members. I've been watching that. It's been like 397 for the last few days. Looks like Tracy's checking out too. Thanks for stopping in, Tracy. It was good to see you. Still doesn't quite have the courage to come out here, but he hears me talking, and I think he still associates that a little bit with food. Is he coming out, or is he just getting ready to lay down? Guess he's just getting ready to lay down. The trauma is strong with this one. You can bear with me rubbing my eyes a little bit. I'm still a little tired from last night. Fridays and Saturdays in October are long days because I get up at 5 a.m. on Friday, go to work, put in a 12 and a half hour day, drive to Temple, do silo of screams until about midnight, come home, get to bed at 12:30 or something like that, go to get maybe 4 and a half hours sleep, get up at 5 a.m. on Saturday, start another 12 and a half hour shift, then go and do silo again and then come home. So it catches up with you. Fortunately, I'm way ahead on videos, so probably what I'll do is probably won't shoot one today. I'll just, when I'm done with this, we'll take a little nap, and that'll help. We'll relax today. I got a couple of videos to edit. I did one last week that I think I'm gonna actually break into two parts because it turns out I got like 70 minutes of footage, and I don't know if people would stick around for a 70-minute video. So we'll break it into two parts, I think. I slept pretty solidly last night. I got good 8 hours, but I still got a little catching up to do. What size is my Instant Pot? I got the big one, which I think is 12 quarts. Should make my cats their own YouTube channel. Nobody would watch that though, because I don't know. It seems like every time I put like a live stream up for them, um, they find out wherever the laptop is and they go somewhere else. So any video of the cats would just be, an empty shelf or something. Because see, Bite likes to sleep out here, and I think he sleeps here a lot, both at night and during the day. And then Nibble still kind of prefers the back bedroom, but her bedroom. But I've seen Nibble out here too, and they both like going on the shelf by the window in the morning when there's sunlight coming in. They like to sleep in the sun, so that seems to be most of their day. It wouldn't be a very exciting channel if Bite and Nibble had their channel because it would just be them sleeping all the time. Because I'm convinced that's 23 hours a day for them. Yeah, I guess that's true. We're all getting old, except Eric. Eric's just a kid. He's fighting the age thing tooth and nail and not giving in gracefully. Yeah, I know. I try and do that too. I still try and act like I'm 20. Doesn't always work though, especially with these 20-hour days. Like I said, I got a couple of days off of work now, so I'll be able to recover, get back into the swing of things. Where are the cats now? Bite is right there, and Nibble is still traumatized in her bedroom, I think. For those of you who didn't see the video right at the beginning, about 2 minutes into the video, Bite was up here on the couch with me, and Nibble was just kind of wandering around on the floor. And I guess Bite whipped his tail, knocked this thing onto the floor, made a loud noise, and both of them took off. Nibble went straight back to her room. Bite went up over the top of the shelf, knocked the skull thing off of the stand there, and he took off back to his room. And we're 30 minutes into this, and Bite still doesn't have the courage to come out. That's as close as he's gotten. So I don't know. We might not see a lot of them today. Right, Bite? We're talking about you. You gonna come out? I think part of what's scaring him is his reason for coming out here is a treat jar, but it was a treat jar that scared him. So who knows? Just have a little fun every day. That's I think one of the big reasons I keep doing the vlogs because it encourages me to go out and do things. And for instance, I went somewhere last week. You'll see this in about a week and a half. That was really fun. I'm actually kind of glad I did it. And I probably never would have even known the thing existed, let alone gone to see it if I didn't have a vlog to do. So it keeps me going too. I sometimes tend to be a procrastinator, but when you got a vlog to do and you got a vlog that you have to produce, it's like, okay, what am I going to do for today's vlog? Well, let's go fix Flash's cave. That's what happens. Oh, Gene's back. Had to go pick up a grocery delivery here. Yeah, cats are on like a hair trigger. They're spring loaded. Doesn't take much to make them start running here. I gotta admit though, that is the fastest I've seen Bite move in a long time. It's like, okay, next to that, I'm out of here. It's like those Roadrunner cartoons that I used to watch when I was a kid, and the Roadrunner would be standing there, and the coyote would be standing there, and the Roadrunner would just go and be gone, and there'd just be a cloud of smoke, the shape of the Roadrunner, that would just kind of fade away. Yeah, that was Bite at the beginning of this live stream. You like Jim better? Yeah, Bite's being a poor traumatized baby. That's it. I'm sure it got the heart beating though, didn't it, Bite? Probably more than sleeping does. Gene does not cook, but was inspired by me to cook more. Thank you. Well, that's the beauty of having, a smaller channel with, maybe in this case there's 36 people in here right now. It means I can really kind of reply to almost everybody. And if I had like 500 people in here, the comments would be zipping by so fast I wouldn't be able to keep up with them. That's the beauty of having a smaller channel is that you can literally read every comment and comment on most of them. You wish your cats would clean their own cat box. Yeah, me too. That's the worst part about eating a cat. I'm not eating a cat. I don't eat cats. That's not me. I like having a cat. See, we're back to talking about food again. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, I agree with you, Laura Lee. That is when cats are most funny. I'm not Alf. No, you're right. I'm not Alf. That's Gordon, not Alf. Gordon. Gordon Shumway, wasn't it? It's so long since I've seen that show. Why not get an automated cat box? With the cat I had before Bite and Nibble, I did get one of those automated uh, cat boxes. And that thing, when it came to life, it traumatized my cat so much that my cat wouldn't use it anymore. And he started using my couch as a litter box. So yeah, no, no more automated cat boxes. Yeah, it's funny how the weather broke in the last couple of weeks. It is actually a little chilly out in the morning now. I realized it a couple of weeks ago when we were doing the maintenance cycle at work because when I was doing the maintenance cycle, I'd go. Usually I wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt to work, and when we've been doing the maintenance cycle, I went in short pants, and it was actually a little chilly to be out in the morning. Change my live stream names to Food Talk with Brett. Yeah, except for the fact I don't want to kind of pigeonhole this. We always do seem to talk about food, but basically, the conversation goes wherever you guys take it. If you want to go in some strange direction, I'll go there, and I don't want people thinking, oh, it's only food. It's open. I'll talk about just about anything. What's the temperature here today? I haven't looked, but it's pretty cold. Pretty cool. Not cold, but cool. Let me check. Hang on. It is 68 right now. Not too bad. I halfway thought about doing a outdoor live stream today, but that might have to wait until after Silo Screams. It takes a little bit longer to set up an outdoor live stream because I got to string power out there and bring a bunch of stuff outside. And when I'm doing Silo Screams, I kind of like to sleep in a little bit in the morning on Sundays because that's my day to recover. Your cat threw up in the motor. That sounds like fun. It's 61 in Amarillo, huh? Orly's mom's birthday is tomorrow. Awesome. Happy birthday to your mom. Yeah, cat told you what he thought about it. Yeah. And I think that's what my cat told me too, by using my couch as a litter box, that he was not a fan. And I never did get him back in a litter box again. How are the jalapenos doing? Honestly, I haven't looked in a couple of days, but I got a really nice harvest last weekend. Probably twice the harvest that I got the weekend or the week before. Hang on, I'll show you. Yeah, it's a pretty decent harvest, right? Even it's funny, one of the plants that produce the green jalapenos every once in a while produce these red ones too. So I don't know exactly what it is that causes that, but that is definitely a dish full of fire. 54 in Tacoma. Oh, that sounds like fun. 74 in Florida. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty much always at least that in Florida. I was there in the summer, probably 20 years ago for about a week, and it reminded me of Texas weather, hot and humid. But I loved it there too because it rained every day, which was always kind of fun. You know how much I love that. I should pickle some of my peppers. Yeah, maybe. I got to figure out how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. But then I'd have to change my name to Peter Piper, right? Oh, Mike's getting brave here. The fear line and the hunger line are getting close. They're close to crossing. No, that doesn't surprise me that there's not a lot of humidity in Amarillo. Just thinking how it all works because the humidity that we have here in Waco is coming north off of the Gulf of Mexico. But when you get as far south as Amarillo is, what's south of you, or when you get as far west as Amarillo is, what's south of you is Mexico. So you have Mexican desert air coming up at you. So that doesn't surprise me. Because see, what ends up happening is the moisture comes in off the Gulf and then it gets picked up by the trade winds and kind of goes this way, so it's blowing away from you. So you're going to get, a lot of New Mexico, Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona desert air coming. So it's going to be very dry and very low humidity. Did I see the frog in my thunderstorm vlog? No, I might have missed that. Wouldn't be the first time. It's getting closer here. I think he might come visit us at some point. Let's see, he's kind of behind the arm of the couch here. Bite. You gonna come and visit? There he is. Still a little bit nervous, aren't you? Yeah. That big mean kitty treat jar scared you, didn't it? We're 43 minutes later and you're still afraid. Meow. Come on up, I'll give you a kitty treat. See if we can coax him up here. Tip it down a little bit here. Apparently, when I lean back, you can see me now. Otherwise, it looks like I have no forehead. And that's bad video. It shows I don't know what I'm doing, right, Bite? I don't know what I'm doing if I cut my forehead off. Oh, I see somebody else here too. Nibble's kind of peering around the corner too. You see her right there. Little orange face peering around the corner, hoping I'm going to start dishing the kitty treats. Come on, buddy. Put it right there on the edge. Eventually he'll try and get the courage here. You gonna come up? Come on, buddy. I'll give it the nibble then. She'll eat it. Maybe not. That assumes that my backhand is good. My backhand seems to suck. Okay, well, whatever. You're given your chance. Heck with you. You love that about Amarillo. There's low humidity. See, I ran into a lot of that in California. There was low humidity all the time because we'd have a Santa Ana wind conditions, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of liked the Santa Ana winds. It was kind of nice, 10 or 11 o'clock at night to, go sit out in the backyard and just kind of enjoy the warmth. But, also what comes with the Santa Ana winds is the fires, and I don't like that. It went hopping along my patio, huh? I guess I missed that. Now, was that the one I posted on Facebook? Because I think I also posted one on the YouTube channel. I think I called that a bonus video. And if that was the case, a lot of times with that, I'll put the tripod on and put the camera on the tripod and go inside. So I may have missed it for that reason. Wouldn't surprise me. There are frogs in the yard. I guess I'll have to go back and watch that one. That's one of the things that comes with some of those where I just put it on a tripod. I don't necessarily always watch it. Eric took his PSAT test. Wait till you get to the actual SAT. You think the PSAT was hella hard? Yeah, I don't think we got. I don't. When Jordan and I came here, we didn't. We were close to Amarillo. I think. Let me. I think closest we got was in Wink. I don't think. Let me look. Get my bearing here. Texas is still kind of a big place, so I don't know where everything is here, especially in areas that are a long ways away from me. Now I found Wink, and I can't find. Okay, there. I guess I wasn't that close because we went to Wink because Jordan wanted to see the Roy Orbison museum and his birthplace too, and that was kind of how we came into Texas. So yeah, I guess I'm looking at it now. I guess Amarillo is quite a ways away from Wink. That was the closest I got though. How am I doing today? Hey Mark, how's it going? Just kind of recovering from Silo last night. Last night was the latest one. Was the latest night because we're getting closer to Halloween, and more people come out and do Halloween kind of things as you start getting close to Halloween. So I expect that over the next couple of weeks now, it's going to be longer longer nights. I'm glad that the long nights are on Saturdays and not on Fridays because that makes it really hard for me. Those are the long days because then I got to go back to work on 5 a.m. or get up in the morning to go to work at 5 a.m. on Saturday, and that just doesn't leave a lot of time for sleep. So Sunday is naturally kind of my recovery day. Fortunately, I'm way ahead on vlogs. I was able to do 5 vlogs last weekend, despite the fact that I actually took a Sunday off. I think I did 2 on Monday, uh, and did 1 on Tuesday, and got 2 out of Wednesday also. So did the cats wake me up this morning? No. Jen just said she posted the one from YouTube on Facebook. Are you talking about the one with the frog? Let me see here. There's Jeff's live stream here. Rebroadcast of his live stream from church. Guess I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, I've been actually kind of making kind of a similar joke, Chris. I've been calling myself the Walking Dead on when I go to work on Saturday. Oh, Jeannie, I guess is coming our way. I don't know. Is that coming to Texas? That'll be a big change from Washington. How's the front yard gutter draining and patio cover? Um, and the patio gutters. They're doing better. If you recall last week, right in the middle of the live stream, there was a loud bang outside, and I actually went outside, and it turns out a major branch broke off the tree and landed on the house before falling to the ground. And I actually did a vlog on that. You'll see that in a few days, where I repaired that. And apparently it damaged the rain gutter a little bit coming down too. So I had to get up there and fix that. But like I said, you'll see that in a few days. But it rained, I don't know, late last or middle of last week. And it was a pretty solid rain. It probably rained for 8 or 10 hours, and we probably got a little bit more than 2 inches here. I guess it was the aftermath of a hurricane that hit western Florida or western Mexico a couple of days earlier, and we had a nice little rainstorm out of it. And the rain gutters seem to be working fine now. Okay, Jan says it's 429 miles to me. All right, that sounds about right. Tell us about rocks. They're hard. They hurt when they hit you in the head. Jeannie's just trying to avoid tornado alley areas. Yeah, tornadoes are more of an issue the more northward you move, to an extent. You got to get up into Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, that kind of area. They do happen occasionally, but down here, I've talked about it a number of times. 1953, an F5 went through Waco, and that was big news. That's still a big part of what the issue is. of legend in the area. People still talk about that. That's a big part of Waco history. How about that meteor that hit that lady's house? You know, I'm not sure about the particular one you're talking about, but I hear about that all the time. I read a story once that somebody's car was damaged because a meteor hit their car. It was parked in their driveway and took a big chunk out of the front of it. Not really any place you can go to avoid meteors, though. That can happen anywhere. That's not like avoiding Tornado Alley. I should do a vlog of new Braunfels in the spring. I don't even know what that is. Some people say they've seen Bigfoot. Huh? I guess so. She was sleeping and it came through her bedroom door. Wow, her bedroom roof. Okay, Jeannie's saying I need to check it out on the map here. Near San Antonio, huh? Hmm, interesting. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't hear about that one. That the meteor went through somebody's house. Guess that kind of stuff happens though. Mike's over there looking out the window now. I'm questioning right now how much really long-term driving I want to do though. What with gas prices so high? It's kind of insane. Yeah, I went through a town on my way to Texas with Jordan that had a statue of the Mothman. You have to go if you're interested in that. Go check out. I think it was the same one where we went and saw Billy the Kid's grave. Because I think it was in the same town where there was the Billy the Kid Museum. To go to NYC. I don't know about that. I'm not really into the big city anymore. I've lived near LA my whole life, and the idea of going to New York doesn't really appeal to me. I would like to see the World Trade Center site. But if I was going to do something, I'd be more interested in like going to someplace and seeing something historical or something natural. That's what I'm more into. See, I might get a kick out of going to Boston. There's a lot of history in Boston. I went there many years ago on a business trip for work, and saw all sorts of really great stuff there. There's a lot of fun things there. That might be fun to do. I also went to Salem, Massachusetts, and spent Halloween night in Salem. I'll tell you, that's a town that knows how to party on Halloween. Compared to California, gas prices are still low. Yeah, I know, but I was paying $1.87 a gallon a year ago, and I'm paying more than a dollar more than that. It's $1.80, $1.90 now, depending on where you go. That's just crazy. Your brother has been on 5 hunts in north looking for Bigfoot. You think he just wants to be away from the wife and the kids for a week? I guess I can sort of understand that. Have I ever been to Chicago? Yeah, I went to Chicago once to see a Guided by Voices show. Uh, at the time, they were saying that they were going to do their last ever show in Chicago, and I was such a huge fan at the time. I said, I want to go to that, and I did go to that. I had a lot of fun. I was only there for a few days, though. It was basically two shows. It was like on New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve Eve. So, and the final one was New Year's Eve, and they basically played for what 4.5 hours. Is the same. In fact, it was kind of fun. I was right in the front row of the concert, and they actually recorded the show and put it out on DVD. And if you ever get a chance to pick up this DVD and watch the video, I'm all over it. Because every time they shoot into the audience, they're showing. I was front row center, and I was right there and seen all the time. In fact, the artist who creates, who's the main performer in the band, the songwriter and singer and all that stuff, also does a lot of collages for his artwork. And that's actually me right there. And I'm actually down here too. Where am I? It was actually a bit of a controversy too at the time because I'm in the collage twice because I'm also right there. That's me also. I'm in the collage twice, but the drummer's not in it. You see, that's the singer, that's the rhythm guitar player, lead guitar player, bass player, but the drummer's not in it. So I don't know. That was kind of fun, and I got credits on this too. Let's see. Yeah, got credit on the DVD here. I'm just going to see it so you can see me there. Where it says still photography. You see my name on there. Yay! I'm famous. So that's kind of fun. In fact, what I did so I could find myself, there's like several different parts in there where I'm in there. So actually, what I did is I wrote little notes so I could uh, remind myself, if I wanted to show people where I was in the video, I could just pull it out and go right to the scenes. But I'm probably on the video probably 40 or 50 times. So that was always fun. It's amazing to be in a video of, a shot of your favorite band. And, that happened to me. Gotta love that. How much is gas in Texas? I've been seeing it between 280 and 290 a gallon, and that's up more than a dollar from what it was a year ago. Will my mom ever come visit, come see the house? I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't. It would be really complicated for her because since she's in a wheelchair, she'd need help. So I'd either need to hire somebody to do it, or my sister would have to come to help her. And Additionally, I've been thinking about it. For some reason, when they built this house, the doors into the bathroom are really narrow. Most of the doors are like this wide, but the doors going into the bathroom are probably like 30 inches wide. And I don't know if she'd be able to get her wheelchair in there. This house definitely, if I have to say one thing about it, it isn't wheelchair accessible. Yeah, there's all sorts of, like I said, I wandered, I was on a hotel right on the Boston Commons. And if you know that part of Boston, there's all sorts of history in that immediate area. Elvis Presley's drummer Ronnie Tutts passed away last night. Huh. Gas is 309 a gallon in Minnesota. Yeah, my eyes are still tired from last night. I'm getting old. 366 in Tacoma. Yikes. Yeah, I can't even imagine what it is in Los Angeles right now. Because in addition to all the crazy prices for gas just in California itself, you get into Los Angeles. Los Angeles adds a city tax or a county tax, which raises it even higher. And I mean, I remember, just when things were just normal crazy in California, it would be above $4 a gallon there. I can't imagine. It's got to be coming close to $5 a gallon now. Kathleen's just coming in from the last adventures on her dad's schooner. Nice. Bright and sunny, but chilly. I know how that is. I've experienced that a few times. Yeah, anything fuel related is going up in price. When is Flash coming home? I don't know. It's a matter of when I can work out getting some time off of work. I was hoping to have gone by now. I can't obviously go in October because I'm doing the Silo of Screams, and now things are getting a little weird at work because we lost a lead this week at work, and she left the company to go somewhere else. And so that's going to put extra pressure on the one remaining lead. And of course, in my new position, it's going to put extra pressure on me. So I don't know how soon I'll be able to go take a vacation, but I do want to do it, and get out there at some point. I don't know. I might not even do any. I was originally thinking maybe of hitting some attractions on the way out, but if I go, I might end up having to, um, you know, shorten the trip a little bit, and that may mean I have to, um, cut off some of the stuff I do, or maybe not do as much on the trip. So I don't know. It may be a drive out there really fast, spend a couple days with my mom, a couple days down in Southern California visiting some friends, and then taking Flash and then doing a beeline back. I don't know. We'll see. Do I ever wear contacts? No, no, I've never. I only need the glasses to read. Although my vision is getting to the point, long distance, I'm going to probably have to start wearing glasses pretty soon. I notice that things are not as clear in the distance as they used to be. And so the fact that I made it to this level, this age, and not had to have anything but reading glasses, I guess is pretty good. My parents both had glasses, uh, all the full time glasses, long before my age. So heating houses this winter is going to go up 43%. See, that's another reason why I kind of like the fact I'm locked in on my energy prices. I agreed to a certain monthly fee, and it's a little bit on the pricey side, but it enables me to run the air conditioning all the time, which you need in the summer, and the heating all the time, which is what you need in the winter. So I'm locked in for a year, which is a good thing right now. Yeah, no, Bite has been really scarce this morning. If you watch the first about 2 minutes of the live stream, you'll see why. Bite had a little bit of a scare and ended up running back into his room, and neither of them have really been out that much. I built a cool home for him. Nice job. I'm assuming you're talking about Flash, and for the record, Flash is a girl, but that's okay. She doesn't mind. She's not offended. Treat myself to a new pair. I assume you mean contacts. I don't like the idea of putting things in my eyes. I don't know if I'd ever go with contacts. And I explored the possibility of LASIK for dealing with the reading glasses, but I was told since they don't do bifocals in LASIK, that if I got LASIK to read, then I'd have to wear glasses for normal to see. So it wasn't a good choice for me. Oh, you're talking about glasses, okay? Yeah, I don't know how much fun that would be to watch me going. Uh, is this better or worse? Better or worse? It's like, yeah, who wants to watch that? Yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit better with the makeup. That was how I appeared in the Scream last night, and basically I've been actually watching. I watched the movie. What is it? Avatar recently. If you remember, there's that one guy who's like the military general or something like that, who's trying to push the indigenous species off their land, and he had some sort of weird scar across his face, and I thought that kind of inspired me. I tried to, because I thought it looked like somebody went like this across his face, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. So I kind of ran something down here and something down here. I thought it looked pretty good. I think I'm getting a little better at that. It's all just a matter of practice, and it wasn't really difficult to do. Yeah, I was mentioning it's on the comments section today. Somebody was commenting on the on Flash's cave, and I said, yeah, it's Flash's penthouse apartment. Like I said, though, I think the joke is she'll probably look at it and won't use it. I'm sure she will, though, because she'll appreciate it as a refuge from the heat. That's really what it's designed for. It should stay pretty cool in there. Hey, Jeff's here. How's it going, Jeff, buddy? Are the cats hibernating? No, they're traumatized. Might not see them today. They're funny that way. I saw that Jeff was live streaming his service this morning. Uh, okay, so Jeff's not going out for food now. He's headed over to hospice. That's too bad. I guess keep Jeff's friend in your prayers. One of your cats is sitting in a box. Yeah, they tend to do that. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant, Gene. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, this is my favorite Pink Floyd album. It's called Animals, and I like having this shirt. This one pops out. Popped out when I saw it in the store. It's like, oh, I love that album. That's a great album. And I heard that Roger got married to a 40. I didn't even think she looked 43. She looked like she was 23. Any catfish moments lately? No, no catfish moments. I suspect that we're not going to get to forget that one though. So that's going to probably become maybe the uh, next T-shirt theme, huh? Yeah, I just had a catfish moment. No, I only kind of saw it as scrolling past. I think I was only there for a minute. Is that your favorite song or favorite album? Because that's a good album too. I like "Wish You Were Here." I'm basically I like just about everything up to the wall. After Roger left the band, and even in the album The Final Cut, I wasn't into it. You like the song? Okay, yeah, that's a good song. I mean, I think I got a momentary lapse of reason, which is Pink Floyd. After Roger left, that was David Gilmour kind of fronting the band, and it's an okay album, but I'm not as into it. I haven't seen the new James Bond movie. I don't know. I haven't been to a movie theater in forever. I'm kind of over that. I may buy it when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray or something like that. Did I? I didn't hear any of the preaching. I only kind of saw you as you kind of scrolled by for a minute, as I scrolled by for a moment there. But you weren't preaching at the time. It was a group of people in the center, and I think they were singing. When am I going to have some new merch? I don't know. I really thought that. Dark Side of the Moon is a good album too. I think my problem with Dark Side of the Moon is that I just when I was playing it, I played it to death, and sometimes I can burn myself out on it, and I don't go back to that one. I like Umaguma, I like Metal, I like Animals, obviously. Wish You Were Here is good. The Wall's good. Um, I have to go back. What are the other ones here? What am I missing? Sometimes I got to go look at the collection here, remind myself what else is there. Saucer Full of Secrets is good. Yeah, I think those are my favorites. Basically, just about everything up to and including the wall. Final Cut. I think that was supposed to be sort of like the White Album. Well, actually, it was. The Abbey Road was actually the Beatles' final album, really, before they kind of broke up. But uh, yeah, I don't know. It was. I wasn't really too into to that one. Alan Parsons Project. I don't know. It had its moments. I guess I've. Do I have an Alan Parsons Project album? I don't even know if I have anything from them. I don't think I do. No, I don't think I have anything from Alan Parsons Project. I got to sometimes check though because I got a pretty massive collection of CDs. And as a matter of fact, Jordan helped increase my collection by about 20% about 6 or 8 years ago. He offloaded basically every CD he had, with a couple of exceptions, and just gave them to me. And so probably 20% of the collection up there is stuff he gave me. Okay, Jeff's going to do a live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern, which would be 2 o'clock this time, which is roughly an hour and a half from now. So come check in if you get a chance. Boston wasn't into Boston. I think it's just because it was one of those bands that was really popular on the radio when I was kind of growing up, and I just got saturated on it, and it was too much. Same with like the Eagles. That's a hard thing here in Texas because so many people love the Eagles, and I'm just not into them. Jen doesn't like going to the movie theater. Last time she went to the movies was Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. That's a great movie. I remember seeing that one in the theater. That's I think that's probably my favorite of the Captain Kirk era Star Trek movies. I've only actually got two Captain Kirk era Star Trek movies in my collection. It's that one and number four, the one about the whales. Although I've been thinking about getting the Search for Spock too. That was Star Trek three. Number one was kind of boring, and I didn't really like the ones that came after that. But two is far and away the best. And I've liked some of the reboots too, with the new younger Kirk and Spock and that group. Although the second one started out really good with Khan once again, but I think the movie died at the end when they did that horrible scene at the end where they reproduced the scene from the end of Kirk of Wrath of Khan, but flip the roles of Kirk and Spock. You know, at the end of Wrath of Khan, Spock has sacrificed himself to save the ship, and there's this really touching dialogue between Kirk and Spock before Spock dies, and they tried to reproduce that scene at the end of what is it, into darkness, I think is what it was. And the second I saw what they're doing, is like, oh no, they're killing it, they're killing it, and they totally destroyed that movie, I think, with that final scene. And then, of course, there's that major plot hole at the end that after Kirk dies, they bring him back to life with Khan's blood. And it's like they just cured death, and they just gloss over that like nothing happened. You know, it's just that movie. I don't know. It started out good. I liked the beginning of it, but basically, from the moment that they tried to reproduce the Wrath of Khan scene, it's like it just killed that movie. But I like the third one. The third one was really good. That was I think it was called Star Trek Beyond. I like that one. I like the first one. He thinks that COVID spoiled going to movies for her. For me, going to the movies got spoiled by me buying a house in California the first time. You know, when I was before I bought a house and lived in an apartment, I'd go to the movies every weekend. In fact, my weekend, there's some weekend days I'd spend the whole day in a theater. I'd just go from theater to theater to theater, see three or four movies in one weekend, in one day. Uh, but I stopped doing that when I bought a house because there was always things to do around the house. And I never really got back into it. I can't tell you the last movie I saw in the theater. It's been a long time. I haven't seen one here in Waco. Yeah, that was cool that William Shatner went into space. That's awesome. Mark wasn't really into Star Trek except for the TV series. See, I was a huge Star Trek fan. Um, the original Star Trek until the Next Generation came out, and then I look at the original. It's like, ugh, this seems really kind of hokey, and I'm not really into the original series anymore. And I burned myself out on Next Generation, but um, I'm kind of like Jan. I like Star Trek Enterprise with Scott Bakula. I liked. I'm actually plowing through Deep Space Nine right now. I'm in season two on that. I'm watching that on Netflix. And I like Star Trek Voyager. I thought those are all good series. What is it about Star Trek series though? The premiere always is horrible. I can't stand the premieres on any of the Star Trek ones. I guess Broken Bow, the premiere episode of Enterprise is all right, but Encounter at Farpoint for Star Trek: The Next Generation is horrible. The Emissary at on for Deep Space Nine is horrible. The original episode, I don't remember what it's called, for Voyager is horrible. I can't watch them; they're unwatchable. I think they try too much to, you know, establish the story, and they come up with some loony theme to get the thing going, and I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. Well, when I first bought a house in California, um, budget wasn't. I was actually making really good money because I was working at Warner Brothers at the time. So actually, it was doing all right. It wasn't a budgetary issue. It was just there were things to do at the house. It was only when I left Warner Brothers that the money started becoming an issue because I made less money when I moved on to media mastering because I was a small company. And I was doing all right at ODC, which I did after media mastering, but that only lasted a year. Then I went to Disney, and that was basically the beginning of the end there. And that was, I couldn't make enough money to pay for the house. That was one of the big factors that encouraged me to move, was I just couldn't make the money there to keep up with the house. And then the job was going nowhere. I wasn't happy there. So I don't know. Everything just really fell into place after I moved. So it was a good move. I guess all of those things were necessary to get me to get off my butt and finally move on with my life. Sometimes you gotta take that leap not knowing where you're gonna land. And wow, that's steeped in metaphor, isn't it? Yeah, the more I watched Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine is a little bit slow at the beginning. It kind of plods along and kind of goes off in all sorts of different weird directions. But I thought it was really good when the Dominion started becoming an issue. That was a great plot line, and I liked the way that was going. And the story got better. You like the Next Generation one where they de-evolved into lower species? Yeah, I remember that one. Some sort of a virus got loose on the on the Enterprise, and everyone started devolving into different. Yeah, I remember that one. I think my favorite one. There was a couple of two parters that I liked. I like the one called "The Measure of the Man," where Data is put on trial to determine whether he has the right to make decisions for himself. There's one called Time's Arrow, where Data's head is found in a cave in San Francisco. And it apparently had been there for like 500 years. And they end up going back in time to save a threat to humanity. That was a good one. Um, there's a few of them I like, but my problem is watched Next Generation so much I just kind of burned out on it. So yeah, Deep Space Nine is on Netflix. In fact, all of the originals, uh, Enterprise, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Next Generation were on Netflix, but they recently just dropped Voyager and Enterprise. In fact, I had just started binge watching Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, in September, and they were putting up on the screen. It's like, oh yeah, this is going away at the end of September. So fortunately, I got through the whole series before that, and it's gone now. But Deep Space Nine and I guess Next Generation are still on. I don't know what's happening there, but I'll tell you the only reason I really even keep Netflix anymore is because of Star Trek. So if the other ones go off, I'm done with Netflix. That's probably the end for me. Yeah, I like the Q. I like the character Q also. Ever watched Forbidden Planet? Yeah, I saw it a couple times a long time ago. Yeah, I haven't really watched anything else on Netflix. Like I said, I rarely have Netflix on. I've been watching Deep Space Nine lately, kind of binge watching that. And like I said, I'm on season two right now, I think. I like a lot of the characters on Deep Space Nine. They all kind of the characters all kind of evolve as you go along. It does annoy me though when the character turns into a different person basically within the first year. I mean, I'm thinking the character Rom, who's one of the Ferengi on who works for Quark, who's Quark's brother, and you watch him in like the first 5 or 6 episodes. He's just a typical Ferengi, but as time evolves, he kind of becomes this kind of dullard, you think. But he's actually a genius, but he just kind of, kind of a dork, kind of a Ferengi, and doesn't really fit in and becomes less Ferengi like. But, you know, that happens a lot on TV series. The character evolves as, as they go along. I saw this, you see the same kind of evolution like on Married with Children. You watch the first season of Married with Children, Kelly Bundy is just a normal teenage kid who doesn't really have any interest in school and just is more of a kind of a bad girl kind of a personality. But as the series develops and evolves, she isn't just a rebel. She's more just kind of a dumbass. She's a dumb blonde, and so it's funny how the characters evolve and turn into entirely different people. Never saw Brave New World. All of a sudden, it got really quiet in here. Oh, I missed Sue's comment. Oh, hello, South Carolina. How are you doing? Sorry, sometimes I get talking about something and I miss a comment. Boo to you too. I hope that just means you're trying to scare me and not disappointed with something I said and you're booing me. Yeah, I'm doing good too, Sue. Can't complain. I'm a little tired right now because I've been doing silo of screams and working 12-hour days for the last couple of days. But got a pretty good night's sleep last night, and I'll probably take a nap after the live stream and should be right as rain. Still waiting on me to make that tomato pie, huh? Jeannie, well, let's start talking about food, Jeannie. What's your favorite food? We know Sue likes tomato pie. Actually, that does sound good. I got one more cooking vlog coming up in the next few days too, so you'll see that at some point. Do the cats have naps? I think they're always napping. Pot roast. There you go. Jeannie's thinking of soups and stews. Well, we did that beef stew a couple weeks ago. That was pretty good. What made me apply for Disney? Actually, my mom suggested it. She said, "Yeah, you got to go try Disney," because I had tried to apply for Disney when I graduated from college, hoping that I could get into like audio sound reinforcement kind of stuff. Um, but it didn't happen. And then my mom suggested it again, and I tried. And I got into Parade's department. See what they do there. If you're not coming in applying for a specific position and just go to HR, you just kind of walk into their HR office. And at least this is how they did it, when I started, which was probably about 14 years ago, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that. But you walk in the HR office, say, I want to apply for your job. Fill out a basic application, and then they gave you a list of positions that they were looking for, and you picked, sorry, and you picked one top two or three that you were interested in, and they did kind of a general interview. It was a group interview too. I was in there with two other people, with someone in HR, and based on that, then if the HR thinks that you're generally, be a good option, then they'll schedule an interview with the actual manager of the department, and you go in for that and see what happens. And that was how I got the job in parades. They said, one of the things they were looking for was somebody in parades. They're also looking for some warehouse work, and I had a little experience with that, so I selected that as my second, and I got the one in the parades. Okay, Jen wants me to watch the pilot episode of Travelers. Maybe I'll do that. Michael's here, Rhonda's husband, but he's not here for the streaming. He's working today. Yeah, tell Rhonda and the girls I missed them. I miss seeing them on the live stream. Makes my day hearing about Charlotte and Logan responding to Bite and Nibble. See, Bite and Nibble aren't even here today because they miss Charlotte and Logan so much. That beef stew was really good, wasn't it, Jan? All the girls talk about me all the time. That's awesome. They're still wearing their shirts. Yeah, there's stories at Disney that certain parts of Disney are haunted. I've heard that too. You go look on the internet. There's supposedly footage of ghosts wandering around the park at night, and supposedly the haunted mansion is haunted. I don't know. I've never seen anything that leads me to believe that's true. But Jeannie's gonna have to go back and see the beef stew recipe. That was just a couple weeks ago. I did that in the instant pot. Turned out really good. I was really pleased with that. Beef stew sounds perfect for today, huh? Well, I can't say that. It was perfect for about 2 weeks ago when I did it. Didn't last long. I ate it pretty fast. Gotta ration my water. I'm almost out here. Yeah, it's strange. We didn't see much of Bite and Nibble today, did we? That is the empty hall that Bite and Nibble would normally be hanging out in. It's yucky weather in Jeannie's place. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Hello, Ruth. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, Michael's got to check out here. He's got to go do bed deliveries. Oh, that sounds like fun. Rhonda and the girls are logging in. Awesome. That's great. Get to see them a little bit. Jen's making a giant pot of chili and cornbread. That sounds good. Yeah, cornbread does sound good. I got to find a good cornbread recipe. A lot of times when I make cornbread, it's just stuff where you pour the stuff in from a box and add some stuff. I'd like to actually learn how to do it from scratch. Bet you that's something I could do in the Dutch oven, huh? Jiffy mix is good. All right, now we got Rhonda and Charlotte and Logan in. Hey everyone, how you doing? I've been missing you. Haven't seen you in a while. Lumpy cornbread. Is that a brand or is that cornbread that's lumpy? Ah, come on, Norton, leave me alone. I said earlier, I got to turn off the virus software because keeps seeing nothing going on and it says, "Oh, now's a good time to run a virus scan." Had Thanksgiving and older daughter visiting. Okay, well, I'm glad you're back. I've missed seeing you. Yeah, I'd like to find a good cornbread recipe to make it from scratch. Kitty's afraid that I'll punish them for knocking stuff over. I don't know. The On top of sleeping, knocking things over, that's part of the cat's resume too, isn't it? Oh, speaking of Bite, there's Bite right there. Must know that Charlotte and Logan are here. You missed it earlier, Rhonda, right at the beginning of the live stream. Bite knocked the kitty treat jar off of the couch here onto the ground, and both he and Nibble ran back to their room. They were so afraid. Bite actually ran over the top of the couch here, knocked this thing off the shelf onto the ground, and that just scared them further. And they just both took off their room, and we haven't seen much of them today because of that. The girls never miss a vlog. That's cool. Thanks, Charlotte and Logan. I appreciate that you watch my vlogs. I'm going to have one coming up in probably 2 weeks. that you'll really, really like. If you like animals, yeah, you're gonna love this one. Spoiler alert, I got to feed a giraffe. How awesome is that? Yeah, I know. Well, as I said at the beginning, the excitement with bite and nibble and the little panic thing. I said I'm gonna have to include that in a blooper reel somewhere. Oh, Rhonda and Charlotte and Logan got a new TV, so now I'm big. Now I'm huge. All right, that's awesome. Rhonda's ridden a giraffe. That's awesome. Here, now I'll be really big. Oh, the girls have their shirts on. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Charlotte and Logan each got a "That's Not How It's Done" T-shirt. 58 inches, awesome. Yeah, I hope I didn't scare him when I went up close to the camera like that. Kind of like Big Brother is watching. How are the tomatoes and peppers doing? The tomatoes, I think, are pretty much done. The peppers are into high stream. In fact, I this was a harvest from just a few days ago, last weekend for me. And yeah, this is bigger than the harvest I got a couple weeks ago. So the peppers are just moving into high stream. I haven't looked this week because it's been, between work and Silo of Screams. I haven't been able to be outside much, but I'm sure there's more of them out there now. There's a bunch of flowers on it, so there will be more. And there were a few of them that were just little teeny tiny ones. Last time I looked, so I'm sure they're probably bigger now. Can you do popcorn in non-instant pot? I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe. I mean, they specifically, because with popcorn you usually do it with oil, and they recommend not using the instant pot like for a deep fat fryer because I guess there's not some of the safeguards that need to be on there. So maybe that would be an issue. Charlotte wants to go with Uncle Breck for trick or treat. No, you don't want to scare people. I mean, why would anyone want to scare anyone on Halloween? Oh, Lita thinks I'm a very sweet person. Thank you, Lita. Appreciate that. Maybe you can go like that for Halloween. What do you think? Would that be a good look for you, Charlotte? That's kind of scary, right? That was my look at Silo of Screams last night. She wants to put fake blood on it. Just make sure it washes out. Some of that fake blood doesn't do that very well. She wants to go just like that, huh? Okay, awesome. Perfect. You'll be able to get that picture from the from the thumbnail image on this video when the video is over. Yeah, you can look just like that with your Escaping the Mouse t-shirt. Yeah, there you go. That's scary me, huh? Rah! Send you a picture of that, and you can print it out and turn it into a mask. That in combination with the t-shirt, that should be some kind of funny laughs. Oh, she wants the picture. Okay. Jan has her Halloween costume. Yeah, my Halloween costume is I'm going to be doing Silo of Screams on Halloween night. Yeah, I know we're coming to the end now. The vodka's gone. See, I think that's going to be my new Halloween tradition. I really enjoy doing this stuff in my yard, and I guess maybe if I ever get to the point where I can't handle the hours of the Silo of Screams anymore, maybe I'll go back to doing stuff in my yard. But right now, I'm having a blast doing Silo of Screams. So much fun. It's so much fun scaring people. Going to come to Texas for Halloween. That's cool. That's awesome. With Uncle Breck. All right. You're invited. Do I get recognized at Silo? Um, I said I heard a couple of people, not this past weekend, but I think the weekend before last weekend, recognized me as the guy who did the interview of John. Now, John put my interview on their webpage, so I'm guessing they saw the interview. And of course, I'm in the video. Unlike the other videos I've done for John, I don't feature in them. I mean, the one I did last year in the Her Wicked Way maze, one of the scenes was me, but it was, those videos were specifically promotions for Silo of Screams and paid for by John versus the one I did this year, which is just one of my regular vlogs. And so, like I said, John put that one on and on his webpage, and I think people saw that from there. But that's it. I guess the first year or the first week I was there, somebody said, "Oh, that's the guy from YouTube." So I don't know if they recognized me from my vlog or just because they saw my video on his page. But whatever. Jan's got a white lab coat with fake blood on it and a box of cereal tied around her waist and neck with a fake butcher knife dripping. You're going to be a serial killer. But yeah, I guess when I saw the word box of cereal, I figured that's where she's going. She's going to be a serial killer. I'm famous. Yeah, I guess. I don't think I'm ever going to catch up with Jordan, though. You watched the new Halloween last night with the girls? I don't think I've seen the new Halloween. That seems like a little intense for the girls, but I don't know. I haven't seen it after bedtime. Okay, I get it. Yeah, maybe it's time I pull out some horror movies. We are getting close to Halloween, right? It was pretty good, huh? Huh. Interesting. It's Michael Myers again, right? Or is it like a Halloween: The Next Generation or something? Michael Myers' son or something. Bride of Michael. Oh, Laura Lee thinks I'm sweet. Thank you, Laura Lee. All right, well, I'm glad I'm on that list. Okay, I was wondering what does was Dora. Okay, I get that. Three things they watch: Uncle Breck, Dora, and Peppa Pig. I've never heard of Peppa Pig. Is that a cartoon? It's all thumbs. You're all thumbs today. Okay. Yeah, I hear that. You gotta see me trying to type. I'm a mess when I'm typing. Hey, Jeff's back. So you're gonna be going on doing your live stream in about an hour, huh? Yeah, we'll stay on for a couple of minutes for Jeff here. Don't always get to see him, so. And this afternoon they watch NASCAR race for Daddy. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And I don't really expect to catch up to Jordan. Jordan's vlogs are a whole different world from mine. I'm happy where I am right now with this. And the channel's growing a little bit. I just hit 3,700 subscribers a few days ago. Jen mentioned earlier we just hit 400 members on the Facebook page. That's really cool. you know. So whatever, if I don't hit 200,000 subscribers, whatever. I'm happy. I'm happy at 3,700. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, if I was a true friend of Jeff, I'd do the live streams a little later so Jeff could be a member, participate, and use a little bit. Yeah, where are you right now, Jeff? Let's see here. Where is our friend Jeff? I saw he was getting close to 1,000. That's sort of the magic number on YouTube. Let's see. I don't know if I can do that from here. We got to do it the old-fashioned way here. Okay, just faster than I am here. Yeah, it says 877 right now. And what was that? Facebook response. Yeah, somebody asked to join. Somebody asked to join the Facebook page. Approved. Margaret is now a member. And that's what it takes, Jeff. You just take it a little bit at a time. My channel's the same way. It goes up a little bit and it goes down a little bit and it goes up a little bit, and that's just the way it is. Oh yeah, I think just about everyone here probably is already a subscriber. for Jeff. And if you aren't, go over check it out. Jeff does some really great cooking videos. It's called Cooking with a Kid. You can see it right there on his handle. And check him out if you like. If you like my cooking videos, you'll love Jeff's cooking videos. He does, barbecue and instant pot and all sorts of good stuff. So check it out if you get a chance. Because we want to push him to 1,000. Because when you get to 1,000, that's when you can monetize. And Jeff does good content. He deserves to make a little money doing this. And he's been a terrific friend of the channel, and I'm trying to return the favor, drive some subscribers to him. So yeah, if you're not with Jeff, go check him out. Definitely subscribe to him. You'll be glad you did. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. We do have all sorts of fantastic people. I mean, I love, we don't even get trolls anymore. The trolls gave up on us, which is great. I don't miss them at all. I mean, I do enjoy playing with them a little bit. I'm not someone like Jordan who just deletes them. I like to play with my food before I eat it. Change the channel to Dancing with Trolls. It's like Voldemort, they who must not be named. Yeah. We just got two more members. Okay, did Jan catch another one here? Because I got one just a minute ago. See, my thing's still showing 397 numbers. Maybe it's just my page isn't updating here. I appreciate Jan too. Jan spends a lot of time on the page. She posts all the videos. She puts some great content up. So special thanks to Jan for running the page. Couldn't do it without you. See, that was a big deal. I never really started a Facebook page for the channel because it's like I'm not really that interested. I don't really have the time to run one. So really grateful for Jan to do that. Yeah, I know. When I type cooking with the kid in there, it's here. Let's see if I still got it up here. Yeah, it'll look like that. So just kind of look for that logo right there. That's the right one. And if that's it, like and subscribe because that's what it is. I'm seeing what Elvis's meatloaf, beef tips with mushrooms and onions. That sounds good. Swiss cube steak in the instant pot. That sounds good too. Strawberry pie. You can't go wrong with that. So yeah, all sorts of great cooking stuff. That's the trifecta of a good recipe, Connie. Easy, simple, budget friendly, and delicious. So I guess that isn't a trifecta. What is that? A quadfecta? Is there such a thing as a quadfecta? There is now. Sometimes people set up like parody channels, or I know somebody set up at one point an anti-escaping the mouse channel, where they took all my photos from my Facebook page and set up another channel that would look just like it, but it was just there to bash me. So yeah, make sure it's the real thing. You'll know when you're there because I think I just looked, he's got 877 subscribers and a whole bunch of delicious cooking videos. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't run into a whole lot of that anymore. People kind of gave up on that. Maybe I'm not big enough to be worth anyone's attention, but so be it. Yeah, cooking with a kid, except no substitutes. Ain't that the truth? While you're at it, go check out my friend Matt's video, his channel. His is called Island Horizon Videos, and that's got what he does. Is he lives on the Big Island of Hawaii, and he goes to a different beach every day, and just basically puts the camera on the tripod and points it at the ocean and shows really, really just beautiful scenery. You'll notice that I usually have it running in the background, just one to help promote the channel, and two to help boost his views a little bit. He's kind of stalled right now at about 280 subscribers. I'd really like to push him into the point where he can be make a little money doing that too. So if you haven't, check it out. It's what I always think Matt's videos are. Matt's videos are great for stuff to run on the office computer when you're not doing anything. Just put it on in the background and have a beautiful scene running in the background. It's like a screensaver, but it's different every day because he'll put up a new video every day. Sometimes because he'll go out and shoot 3-4 videos in a day, and so he's got tons and tons and tons of content. He's up to 500 or 600 videos already. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's beautiful. It's got beautiful sounds, and you can't go wrong with it. I think it's like I said, he needs to market it more towards like businesses just to run in the background because that's what it's really good for. I think it's not one of those things that you're going to sit down and intently watch it. It's one of those things you have running in the background, and I definitely think there's a market for it. And the beauty is you can just let it run, and it just goes. You go onto the channel, press play all, and it just runs them back to back to back to back to back. Because see, that's what I do is I just press play all, and it's been running the whole 2 hours and 14 minutes we've been going here. So definitely check out that one too. So it's Island Horizon Videos and Cooking with a Kid. And that concludes the promotional part of our video. So I think we've gone way past the 2 hour mark. I think I'm going to pull the plug on this one. I'm going to take a nap because I'm exhausted. But thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time on the live stream. Good night, everyone.